I stopped millions and millions of people from invading our country. And as illegal aliens go home, the cost of rent, groceries, and other staples is coming down very fast.
President Trump in Nevada last night touting his nationwide immigration crackdown. And according to the nonprofit group, the Marshall Project, the Department of Homeland Security says more than 981,000 people have been arrested and some 948,000 deported since President Trump's return to office. And the Secretary of Homeland Security telling News Nation they're not slowing down on what Trump's borders are recently called deportation maxing.
The truth is that we are deporting more people, setting records week after week. Just ICE alone, we arrested 51,000 plus people in the month of July, which is a record that we've ever had. Every one of those individuals are in line to be deported.
And this morning, News Nation is getting an inside look at how ICE officers are meeting those goals. Senior border correspondent Allie Bradley went for an exclusive ride-along with a team in Charlotte.
The last time we were in Charlotte, North Carolina, we were there as they were conducting at-large operations under former Commander Gregory Bovino. Now ICE is back at the helm, making these arrests and working on these deportations of illegal immigrants, but they're doing it alongside a special response team. And News Nation was there exclusively as ICE officers made an early morning arrest. The individual actually had an Interpol red notice out of Ecuador for rape of a child. ICE established that Johnny Alfredo Astombe Chileno was a target. Once he came out of the residence, officers on the special response team, which is essentially like a SWAT arm of the agency, they closed in and made the arrest without incident. Hours later, they were on to their next target for the day. ICE was waiting on him to come out of the house to make sure that they could arrest him because he had kids inside. But the opportunity never presented itself. So teams closed in once again, announced their presence, showing the warrant to the people inside the residence. But when they refused to come out, SRT busted down the door with a battering ram. 25-year-old Gilmore Adonis Maris Reyes from Honduras had an active federal warrant for felony reentry, dismissed criminal charges for assault by pointing a gun in possession of cocaine, and he also had a criminal warrant for DUI.
We're very much dialed in to these specific individuals, and we're willing to put in whatever time, whatever work we have to do to safely get the job done. We're not going to go away. In this instance, we had a criminal arrest warrant for this individual, and we try to mitigate as many risks as we possibly can, right? We don't want to necessarily go into the house where that's his safe space. We know there's children. We're trying to let him come out where we can safely take him into custody.
Kemmerling also saying that their biggest challenge right now is the lack of detention space in North and South Carolina. He says everyone they arrest has to be transported to South Georgia. This, as the administration says, they're not rushing to build new detention centers. Instead, they're expanding the use of existing state and county facilities. And when it comes to airport arrests, Kemmerling says the airport is certainly not off limits for these officers. They'll use information from TSA or other agencies to establish a person is a target. They will then take that lead and find out their whereabouts and the timing that coincides in order to make the apprehension at the airport.
If we had received intel that they were going to be transiting or departing the airport, then absolutely we would move to make an arrest. And I mean, that's something that the agency has always done. You know, when we develop lead sources and you know that somebody's going to be at a specific time and place, you know, you're kind of given an opportunity, and you have to take that.
Now, Marky, when it comes to those traffic stops and the body-worn cameras, Kemmerling tells us that any officer in the Charlotte area that doesn't already have one of those body cameras will have one by the end of the week. He says that every time they conduct one of those traffic stops, they have to make sure they have at least one officer on site with one of those body-worn cameras. Marky?
Allie Bradley, thank you so much. And also Homeland Security Secretary Mullen spoke with Allie about his offers to work with Democratic governors on immigration enforcement.